Good morning, everyone. Welcome back into North Dakota today. Start 2024 rejuvenated and set your point of view to all things possible with Chill Out 2024, where you can connect and learn from leaders from around the nation. Joining us from Chill Out 2024 to tell us more is Jody Bach. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for finding this event.
Yes, I found this on Eventbrite actually, and I thought this sounds like so much fun. We have to have you on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to talk about something that's hard to explain.
Yes, absolutely. So this is the second year of your event. Tell us what really inspired you to start this.
So in 2021, I went to California for some training, and I met many people who said, "You're the only person I've ever met from North Dakota."
Yep.
And I said, "So you've never been there?" And the idea was planted that, well, I should have an event where people come to North Dakota, not because it's their last state to check off, but because they might as well experience it in the winter. So last year it was in January, and I had this idea that I would bring together some of my favorite people to share ideas they had about different topics and let people experience North Dakota in the winter.
Yes.
And it was so much fun last year that people wanted me to do it again. So we're doing it again this year.
I love that. What would you say really made the event last year such a success?
I think it was not anything they would have considered before they came. They trusted me.
Yep.
And so they got there. It was not, we had it at the Radisson downtown, and it wasn't a traditional seating arrangement.
Okay.
So we had soft seating.
I see that, yeah, the
right?
photos right now. Yep.
So they were like in somebody's living room, having conversations that matter with people who matter. And they had to learn about those people through their experiences, not by just only trusting me. Because I can go, oh, you should know this person, you should know this person.
Yep.
But they had the opportunity to actually learn something and then talk about it with other people who were in the room.
Yeah, well, that sounds phenomenal. So what can people really expect when they show up to this event?
That's a good question, because if you expect anything, throw that out. What you will experience is learning topics like spiral dynamics, like conscious leadership, like what happens when you take an idea and actually do something with it.
Yeah.
All of those are topics, but they're not agenda driven. It's very conversational and emergent. So you can expect to meet somebody who will validate the fact that you are not alone in being a different kind of thinker.
I love that. That is wonderful. So you talked about, bringing in speakers from all over the nation. Who is going to be presenting this year?
Yeah. So we've got my friend Tony from Chicago, and he is bringing along his friend Adrian. Tony talks about design thinking and how we can use a different way of thinking to actually create things in our life. He's bringing Adrian with him, who is a professional clown.
Oh, wow.
I know, right? They met at Second City in Chicago, and they're going to talk about improv in leadership.
Yep.
We've got a guy coming from Pennsylvania who has been my mentor for the last 2 years, talking about mindset for success using the principles of Think and Grow Rich, which is a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
We have somebody coming from Minnesota who's going to talk about practical manifestation. So actually having an idea, a thought, and then doing something so that it comes to you and you can actually experience it.
Wow.
Those are just some of the conversations that you can expect. They're not really presentations, because they're not formal talk at you. It's a talk with you.
Yeah.
And there's a whole lot of opportunity for that.
Wow, well, this sounds like a really unique event, and speakers and presenters that you might not necessarily have the opportunity to ever hear again. So that's
probably
wonderful.
true. And they're not people you've heard of. So they're coming from Washington State, they're coming from Pennsylvania, they're coming from Illinois, they're coming from New York. They're coming from all over, and you might not know them any other way because they're not famous. They're just very purposeful.
Yes.
And that's the kind of conversations we're going to have there.
Yeah, I love that. So who would you say this event is for? Who should really come out?
What I've learned from having it last year, it's people who are looking for connections, looking to not be the only person who thinks the way they think. Because what happens in organizations especially, we kind of put ourselves in boxes and we say, I'm not like they are, so I should cut off my square corners to fit into the round holes. No, bring your square corners. Come and connect with people so that you can be real. You can be yourself and know that you're not alone in the way you might be thinking, or the struggles you're having, or the ideas you have, because all will be shared at this event.
Well, absolutely. I love that. How can viewers at home get tickets for this event?
You can go to, well, how did you find it? On Eventbrite, right?
Eventbrite, yes.
So there's an Eventbrite link that you can look for. And on that Eventbrite link, I think will you put that up?
Yes,
okay,
probably,
the
yeah.
Eventbrite link will be up. There's a video that if you scroll down, it tells a little bit more about it. It shows some of the interactions that happened last year, and it'll be a little bit like being there, but you got to experience it to know.
Yes.
So it's chillout2024.eventbrite.com will be a way to find it. It's on Leap Day. So it's that extra day this year. What are you going to do with your extra day? You might as well do something like this.
Yes, I love that. Well, thank you so much, Jody.
Thank you so much for asking.
Yes, of course, and best of luck with this event.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, everyone, stick around. We have more North Dakota Today after the break.